Hi everyone, and welcome to our series of introductory videos on education law, principles, policies, and practice. After decades of teaching education law to thousands of students, I can tell you with great certainty that if you want to acquire a strong working knowledge of education law, this is the book you need. As a professional, you must know the laws governing your profession for four essential reasons. First, self-preservation. Ignorance of the law can have dire personal and professional consequences. Career-ending legal landmines can only be avoided if you know where they are and how to safely navigate around them. Second, professional confidence. Professionals who know the law are far more confident and successful. They effectively utilize the law and need never fear it. Third, protecting your institution and colleagues. Employees who do not understand and comply with the law may cause devastating financial liability and serious reputational damage to their institution, often with ruinous consequences for everyone. And finally, professional responsibility and leadership. Professionals are leaders in their communities. They must know and respect the law and strengthen and improve their communities by modeling lawful and ethical conduct and practice. The oldest maxim in the law is that ignorance of the law is no excuse. All professionals must know the laws governing their profession. Acquiring a strong working knowledge of the law will give you the knowledge and professional confidence necessary to become an invaluable asset to your institution and community. From cover to cover, Education Law, Principles, Policies, and Practice is designed to actively engage you in learning education law and to build a strong working knowledge of the law and practice. This book is unique in that it clearly explains even the most complex principles of law, connects essential principles of law to current policies and practices, provides an optimal balance of case law and instructional commentary, harmonizes complex and contradictory case law into a clear statement of current law, presents thought-provoking comments and questions throughout, and provides useful and informative chapter summaries that clearly state the most significant points of law, offer helpful practice tips, present stimulating discussion questions, and suggest enrichment activities for further learning and application. There's nothing like first-hand knowledge. In recognition of this fact, this book provides you with the direct text of the most important primary sources of the law. You do not have to settle for someone's opinion about the law. You can learn the law firsthand through direct experiences, as this book presents you with the most important cases, statutes, and regulations. You will see for yourself what the court, Congress, or administrative agency said concerning the law. This book does not, however, leave you on your own to distill the complexities of the law and put this knowledge into a working context. Instead, this book supplements the most important cases, statutes, and regulations with clear legal analyses and helpful legal tests and summaries derived from the law. These materials provide you with invaluable guidance in translating legal principles and policies into practice. The law is learned through reading, discussion, and application in practice. I hope you will find your readings interesting and helpful in your professional development. Our readings will cover these areas of law in 10 engaging and informative chapters. Chapter 1, Introduction to Law and Governance. This is essential foundational knowledge necessary to fully comprehend the role of law in a just democracy and the application of laws in practice. Chapter 2, Children, Families, and the State. In this chapter, we will study juvenile law, family law, and the laws governing relationships between students, families, and schools. Chapter 3, First Amendment Freedoms and Religion. This chapter addresses individual religious freedoms and limitations on the state necessary to protect religious freedoms. Chapter 4, First Amendment Freedoms and Speech. We will study the role free speech plays in protecting freedom and the proper balance between rights of free speech and state authority in schools. Chapter 5, Search and Seizure. This chapter addresses legal protections for privacy and the proper balance between individual rights of privacy and legitimate state interest in protecting personnel and the institutional mission. Chapter 6, Due Process of Law. Due process of law is the foundation of any just and functional system of laws. We will study legal requirements for adequate notice and hearing and the application of due process in practice. Chapter 7, Equal Protection of the Laws. All persons are entitled to fundamental equality under the law, but differences in circumstances allow and sometimes require differential treatment. We will learn when differential treatment under the law is prohibited, allowed, or required. Chapter 8, Disability Law. The IDEA, Section 504, and the ADA form an essential system of protections for the rights of persons with disabilities. We will study these laws and their applications in educational institutions. Chapter 9, Contracts and Employment Law. Everyone, and certainly every professional, should have a solid working knowledge of contracts and employment law. We will learn essential principles of contract law, including how contracts are formed, possible remedies for breach of contract, and possible defenses to claims of breach of contract. And we will learn essential principles of employment law, including laws governing employment discrimination, performance evaluations, personnel issues, hiring and dismissal, dispute resolution, and professional ethics. And Chapter 10, Tort Law and Other Liability Issues. Tort law is essential to the daily functioning of any civil society, serving as both a deterrent to irresponsible and harmful conduct and as a means of peaceful dispute resolution when harms to persons or property have occurred. We will learn how to avoid injuries and unnecessary liability, and how to promote safe and secure schools. These 10 chapters will provide you with a thorough knowledge of the legal principles, policies, and practices necessary for professional success, everything from understanding foundational principles of the law to making sure that your local play areas are safe for children. As you read through this book, I would like to make the following suggestions to help you achieve the full benefits from your reading. Thoughtfully reflect on what you read and talk about what you're learning with your professors, fellow students, and colleagues. The law is a system of just and logical dispute resolution developed over thousands of years. Learning the law is not a spectator sport. It requires you to recreate an understanding of the legal system and legal reasoning in your own mind piece by piece. This can only be achieved by actively engaging in critical thought, examining and testing ideas and assumptions, and discovering the essential connections between legal principles and practice in your world. Remember that legal principles mean nothing if they do not make real differences in our daily lives. There's no value in principles that do not genuinely elevate us, and no honor in holding lofty ideals we do not intend to live by. Thousands of years of human progress demonstrate that just legal principles can uplift us and improve the human condition. This has too often been tragically slow and a painful process, severely testing human morality, justice, and resolve. But as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice. Good and fair laws applied with wisdom and compassion remain humanity's best tools for moving towards greater justice in our lives. Your growing understanding of the law contributes to your personal and professional progress, and to broader human progress through your positive example and influence on others around you. This book is intended to help you both achieve valuable professional knowledge and priceless personal growth. Formal study is a powerful means of acquiring professional knowledge and skills. Better educated people enjoy far greater success and earn significantly more money over the course of their professional careers. Because of its obvious utility and value, learning about the law is an especially potent area of study. Those who know the laws governing the profession will be far more capable, confident, and valuable professionals. While professional preparation is a very important part of education and a major objective of this book, it must never be forgotten that the broader goal of education is to not only prepare students for professional success, but to also open their minds to a richer quality of life and the possibility of a better future. Education should broaden and expand students' horizons and their understanding of the world in which they live. Understanding the history and purposes of the law not only helps you to understand and apply the law in the present, but it also gives you a much broader understanding of the law and your essential role in advancing justice in your community. Rather than only teaching how things are, education must inspire students and give them the intellectual tools to make things better. This book will help you learn the laws governing your profession, but it will also guide you on a voyage to greater personal understanding of your own human history and the world in which you live, leading from professional knowledge to personal wisdom. Enjoy your journey through the unique and fascinating realm of law. By studying the law, it is guaranteed that you will become a more capable professional and a wiser person. You will understand the world around you much better, and you can become a more able participant in the promotion of justice, democracy, and the shaping of a better future for yourself and others. Over the years, your understanding of this important knowledge and useful skills will continue to grow. This is only the beginning of your journey, and it is a voyage that will change and improve your life and the lives of those around you. I want to give you my very best personal wishes for an enjoyable adventure in learning. It is my great hope that you will find your studies engaging, enlightening, and highly useful in your future. Very best wishes to all.